Hello, viewers. Marianne from Revealing Light Tarot. Before I start the reading, I have to say, Canada, what a relief. I did say it was going to be close. I did say that likely Trudeau would have to either have, he would get through with a very small majority, maybe 1-seat majority, or 2-seat majority, very small majority, or he would have to form a minority government. I've been reading on Trudeau for various clients, Canadian clients, etc., for about a year now, and every reading I did on Canada showed the same thing. This is a lesson for Justin Trudeau as well as anything. Well, first of all, let's just bask in the relief that we haven't got a conservative, right-winged Trumpian in power in Canada. Yay, thank you, Canada. But going one step further, I do feel this is a getting of wisdom for Trudeau. If he has to govern cooperatively in a minority government, then he will learn and grow politically. That's his opportunity. So for me, I think this is a great result. Okay, and Netanyahu in Israel can't form a majority government. And it's now been handed to the opposition leader. He's got 28 days to see if he can form a majority government. So, we're slowly but surely clawing our way back from this, really, it's almost I was going to say a maniacal takeover of a tendency toward fascist governments. We seem to be winding back a little bit from that. So that's good. That's good because, we don't, whenever the pendulum swings too far one way or another, there's something for us to learn. And what do we need to learn? We need to learn balance. Okay. So, yes, I'm really pleased. Hopefully, fingers crossed, the projections are right and Trudeau will be able to govern. All right, albeit even if it is a minority government. So I've had a lot of requests to read on Tulsi Gabbard, a Democratic candidate. She's from Hawaii. I don't know a lot about Tulsi other than Hillary Clinton came out the other day and accused her of being a Russian asset. To be honest, I've resisted reading on Tulsi because I did actually feel that was a little bit unfair. I didn't think it was the right way. Apparently, they go back; they have a history together. I do understand why Clinton's become. This is Clinton unplugged. She's got significant, but the emails. Again, another investigation has found she did nothing. There was nothing there. All the chance lock her up. I can understand why she's a little bit bruised and burnt about 2016. And she doesn't want the same thing to happen again. And so Tulsi Gabbard has been getting a lot of support from the Russian bots. She also has somebody that ran a smear campaign, I think in the 2016 on Hillary, associated with Russians. I think she has that person as part of her campaign team. She's come out and said, no, she's not a Russian asset. Of course, the big danger is if Tulsi runs as an independent like Jill Stein did. Of course, that's exactly what the Russians want. We have seen in Australia what happens when you get an independent candidate aligned with the far right-winged, they're not conservatives, they're not. And we need to understand that they're not. What happens is they split the vote, and of course they align themselves with the far right wingers, and this, of course, is what the Russians want to see. But in relation to Tulsi, I'll pull some cards on her because a lot of people have asked. If she is a Russian asset, she's doing so unknowingly. Okay. Tulsi Gabbard, what can you tell me about Tulsi Gabbard? Is she a Russian asset? Is Tulsi Gabbard a Russian asset? Is Tulsi Gabbard a Russian asset? Okay, so what have we got? We've got the Emperor. We've got the Control. Now, the Emperor is Trump. And so what I felt was this is the Russian push to try and disunify the Democrats and the Democrat vote. Let's see what the challenge is. The Page of Pentacles, fishing for something in this deck. This deck has a slight nuances that differ a little bit from Rider-Waite. I generally read traditional Rider-Waite meanings, but to me in the Anna K Tarot, which is the deck that I'm using, this is always about going fishing for something. What are they fishing for? Bringing forward news. Okay, the Lovers. We've got Trump as the foundation of the reading. So here now we're getting somewhere. The Russians are doing this to split the vote and to benefit Donald Trump. Because why? Because he's taken hit after hit after hit. Now, what's going to happen to Putin et al. And those that supported his agenda to interfere in America's democracy? What's going to happen to him if Trump is not elected? Okay, Trump is taking hit after hit. He's all over this reading. This is to keep Trump in power. Is Tulsi Gabbard aware? This is the question. Is she a Russian asset? I think it was the question. I don't know if she's aware. That we'd need to pull some more cards. Going back to the past, the Six of Cups, and we have the Eight of Pentacles, putting the work in. Okay, here is the money to put the work in. Okay, I'm getting Vladimir Putin's prints all over this. Right now, Trump, the Republicans are facing, and indeed Russia, as a result of their interference, they are facing a tower moment. This is what the impeachment articles will all be about. The environment around is a crossroads. They're having to now think about new strategies to divide and conquer. This is all about dividing and conquering, but this is also Tulsi Gabbard. She's facing her tower moment. She's got decisions to make. Three of Wands, of course. Look, this has just got Trump all over. Trump and Putin all over it. Juggling, manipulation. This is also Tulsi Gabbard as well. Information that needs to come to the surface, using your intuition and balance. Look, I'm afraid I've got Trump and Putin in this reading, full stop. So now I'm going to ask, is Tulsi Gabbard aware? Right now we've got her being painted as a traitor, basically. The Three of Cups, this is coming together, circles of support. She is getting that from women because some see Hillary Clinton's attack as going a little bit too far. No one wants to see, after what we've experienced, and no one wants to see a repeat of the last couple of years. We've got the Wheel of Fortune, things improving, taking a turn for the better. And I do feel that in this particular card, I don't know if you can see, there is someone watching over these children as they play on this wheel. This is suggesting there is a divine hand here guiding, and we have the Ten of Cups, which is my card for the American voter. But I do feel that this Knight of Pentacles, this is patience, this is reliability, this is the soldier. Let's have a look and get some clarity on this juggling Two of Pentacles. Lots of balls in the air. And balance and temperance needed. Balance, asking you to consult your intuition. Do you think Tulsi Gabbard is a traitor? Do you need me to read on that? She's a former soldier. As I understand it, she saw a lot of action. Is she actually, would she sell out and betray her country for Vladimir Putin? The Hermit, introspection. And the Five of Wands, I can't say that, the Five of Wands, tug-o-war, trying to promote that division, and we've got Mother Russia. Okay, so it's certainly going to impact on Tulsi Gabbard. This is the Ten of Swords, it's the lowest. being stabbed in the back. Some are seeing it like that. They're seeing the Two of Cups here, perhaps a collaboration, and we've got the Chariot. Things that are liable in this current climate to get out of hand. From my reading, I've got Vladimir Putin and Trump all over this as a way of putting a wedge down the middle of the Democrats and splitting them. I'm going to ask, that's there. That's what you're reacting to. That's what Hillary Clinton's reacting to. It's as, can I say, as plain as the nose on our faces. But the question is Tulsi Gabbard aware? That's the question. Let's ask that. Because we should, she would then be a traitor to her own country, and I just don't intuitively feel that's what she is. They're definitely using her, okay? They're definitely using her. Okay, you're not mistaken. They are. They're trying to anyway. All right. Now, she said she has no control over those Russian bots. Let's have a look. Tulsi Gabbard. Look, I just want to give these an extra shuffle here. I think this is an important reading. As I said, Hillary Clinton's full of a world of hurt and pent up. She's unplugged now, and rightly so. So she should be unplugged. I rarely comment on Facebook. When I saw a story coming through, the latest investigation shows that, there was nothing to see there with her emails. I wrote R-O, but her emails, and really that's it. She's just been used as a pawn, really, in all of this by Russia and the Republicans. Okay, so politics, as I said, can be a dirty game. So I feel from Hillary, there's a lot of angst, pent up angst there. But let's get on to Tulsi Gabbard. Is she aware she's being used by the Russians? Because she is. Is she aware, is Tulsi Gabbard aware that she's being used by the Russians? Is Tulsi Gabbard aware she's being used by the Russians? Divide and conquer. Is Tulsi Gabbard aware? Page of Cups. Okay, so this is someone who's a little bit... I was going to say naive, but this can also be they'll blurt something out. So I feel this can be her style in some way. I don't know much about Tulsi Gabbard. The challenge is that moving on, and so Tulsi Gabbard. So this is what the Russians are using as this kind of bombshell. Or this could be Clinton's bombshell information coming out. But it's also Tulsi Gabbard's degree of being a little bit naive in all of this as well. She's challenged by, I don't know where her campaign's going, but I feel as a result of what Clinton has said, she might not stay in the race for too much longer. The focus of the reading is the Queen of Cups, this nurturing energy, but also something to be revealed as well. I wonder if she is, when I say, she's not colluding, put it that way, but there could be more to this than meets the eye with that Queen of Cups. In the past, we've got the Victory here. Interesting, and the Queen of Swords in the sky. I do feel that now we're moving more into the Democrat energy, into objectivity, into cutting away, bringing forward the truth, cutting things away. Both queens turning up here. I do feel this is both Tulsi. The immediate future, if they haven't contacted her now, they will, but I also see the Democrats trying to smooth over what has occurred with Clinton, because this is very damaging. What Clinton has said is very damaging in this current climate. Right now we've got the moon, so we've got confusion, but we've also got things needing to emerge. it's just hard work with this ten of wands. It's going to be hard work for her. Is she aware? This is sort of like at a subconscious level, not so much at a conscious level. The hopes and the fears, of course, that somehow the King of Pentacles, Trump, the businessman, is somehow involved in this with Vladimir Putin. Outcome card, Queen of Rods. No. She is, I think, reasonably straight up and down with this Queen of Rods, but she will be challenged now because there are some things that she's not. It's almost like she may be holding back on when she hired this person that ran the smear campaign on Clinton. There could be some things here that she needs to clear up and clean up. And I do feel that's what she's going to do. She's going to emerge. We've got three queens in this reading. Cups, Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords, Queen of Rods. The Queen of Rods is the movement of women, moving, the feminine rising. So I do feel that, the Nine of Pentacles, independence, self-reliance, and we've got the Ace of Swords, cutting away to get to the truth. See what it's at the base. It's certainly going to cost Tulsi Gabbard. Five of Cups, loss. This is five. It's going to hit her right where it's really going to impact on Tulsi Gabbard. The Five of Pentacles, loss, and the King of Swords. I think as a result, there are going to be calls for her to be investigated, and heartbreak. So I do feel that there's a rebalancing with this Temperance card coming up. Heartbreak and loss for Tulsi Gabbard. What my intuition is telling me, she's not colluding with the Russians. She hasn't. There are some things that she's keeping, that she's just not being proactive about because it's working in her favour in terms of the support that she may be getting. Now, for example, if she had come out, and maybe she did, I don't know that much about her, and said, I've noticed a large degree of Russian bots supporting my campaign. We need to be aware of it. I don't know. Perhaps not hiring the person on her campaign team that's associated with that Russian smear campaign of Clinton. Possibly that may have been a bad call. But I think ultimately this will lead to her pulling out of the campaign, and that's the question I want to ask. Will this cost her? I don't think she's colluding, but yeah, there's something there that she also needs to be forthright, more forthright, I think is the right word about. But also this is damaging. The Putin's achieving his aim because all it's doing is dividing. Okay, will she pull out of the campaign as a result of this? Will she pull out of the campaign as a result of this? Will she pull out of the campaign as a result of this? Will Tulsi Gabbard pull out of the campaign as a result of this? Will she pull out of the campaign as a result of this? Her campaign's going nowhere is what I'm hearing. Strength and endurance, though. She's a strong woman. Challenged by the Three of Pentacles. This is dark money. And it's also working in teams as well. Foundation of the reading is the Ten of Swords. I felt this very strongly for her. This came up before. She's at her lowest point. The Knight of Pentacles, the soldier. In the past, we've got the Nine of Rods, battle weary in the future. This is going to tell on her. The Ten of Pentacles in the immediate future. This is Trump again coming in here. Dark money and Trump. That's what she's challenged by. Justice is what is occurring now. She really, when Clinton said that, she put Tulsi right in the centre of what's going on. The manipulation. So yeah, she's caught right in that crossfire. The Ace of Rods, hopes and fears. This is, her campaign won't go anywhere. And the Six of Pentacles, giving and receiving help. The Six of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles. This is this insecurity. And we've got the Two of Swords. She's got a decision to make, and it's it's going to be to withdraw. The Three of Swords. This is heartbreak and loss. So at the base of the reading, we've got the fishing exercise. We've got the King of Cups, which is this more nurturing energy. Is what Putin and Trump and the Republicans did in 2016. Is it going to work now? No. Okay, because we've got our Star of Hope, and they are actually being restricted by this King of Cups energy that is moving forward. Very strong, nurturing, firm, supportive energy. So their division tactics are not going to work. So that's the Tulsi Gabbard reading. She is being used. Vladimir Putin and Trump, their fingerprints are all over it. She's not colluding that I can see, but she's also not being forthright with certain matters as well, and she's damaging herself as a result. At the end of the day, this is going to basically kill her campaign. All right, so, it's not the division. The division is not going to work. The sowing the seeds of division is not going to work this time. And so that's why we need to be fair and balanced when we look at Tulsi Gabbard. So, Clinton Unplugged. Clinton Unplugged. She's not mincing her words or mucking about anymore. So she's, I guess, at the very least entitled to do that after what has been slung at her. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Regardless of your opinion, I don't have an opinion. I'm doing my best to read this is quite a murky, underhanded, all is not what it seems, read on Tulsi Gabbard with Putin and Trump's fingerprints all over it. All right, thank you.